Hey everyone. So FedEx just dropped off a very large box of fabric. And I thought I would do an unboxing because I'm really excited. And yeah, this is a 20-pound box. There are a few fabric stores that I really, really love. So Mood Fabrics, I love fabricsstore.com, which carries a bunch of different colors of linen, which I love. And I love Denver Fabrics, which is also known as fashionfabricsclub.com. And the pictures are not as good as Mood. Um, and sometimes the descriptions leave a little bit to be desired. But sometimes I'm able to find some really awesome wool for pretty cheap, which is nice. Um, I'm gonna take out that so you don't see how much I spent, which was ridiculous. So this is fabric for like my fall winter wardrobe, or at least part of it. So I just thought I would go through these. Ooh, okay. So this is a wool coating in like a baby blue color. There was only 1 yard of this left, and so I snatched it up because I think I can make a really pretty skirt out of this. Yeah, definitely. So sometimes with like end of bolt, you get things like this where you've either got, you've got a bunch of threads on it, or you've maybe got some discoloration. So this was actually discounted for just the yard. Um, there's a manufacturer's mark there, but overall, this is really pretty. It looked a little more aqua in the photos, but honestly, I think this is okay. I'm gonna take this off. So yeah, this is really pretty. It's got this beautiful sort of twill weave to it, which is really nice. And I think it'll go really well with another piece that I bought. So very pleased. And it's very soft too. This could almost be like a blanket, which is nice. Ooh. Okay. So I have this sort of desire to make like a Chanel style tweed jacket. Um, I don't know if I'll do full like fringe and like all the hardware and everything, but I found this really pretty, really kind of, it's a little stiff, but that's actually what you want for this style of jacket. But this beautiful black wool tweed, and I think I got 2 yards of this, so it'll make a beautiful blazer. And this is really just gorgeous. It doesn't have a lot of sort of pilling on the outside, which is nice, and you can see that nice sort of basket weave. Let me just check to make sure. Okay, good. You can see. Sorry, I'm not a YouTuber, y'all. I'm a seamstress, so I do what I can with YouTube, and then I leave it alone. So yeah, this is beautiful. I love this. I'm really pleased with this one. I don't wear a lot of black because when I started sewing, black fabric is sort of boring to sew just because uh, I I much prefer prints or things that are really colorful. But when it's fall winter, you've got to have some you've got to have some black in the wardrobe. I am noticing a little bit of a there's a little bit of like a cast off when I touch this, so I might soak this in some shampoo and then let it air dry because it does feel like it has a little bit of like a finish on it. Um, so we'll see. I might do that. Okay, so this is what I got to match this. So this actually matches really well. This is just like a rayon knit. Um, that's the front side. It's got a really good stretch to it. I got 2 yards. And what I was thinking was like a long sleeve bodysuit and then a really cute skirt and kind of have like a 60s mod type of thing going on. And they looked very similar in their photos. And this is actually really lovely together. So I'm really pleased with that too. Yay. Ooh, girl. Okay. So next we have a red rayon knit, again for something like a bodysuit. That's really pretty. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it, but not too much. I don't wear a ton of red because if you study color theory at all, red tends to make people really anxious. So I tend to wear more blues, more greens, yellow. I like orange. Red, I'm very specific about when I wear it. So, for example, when I was doing legal advocacy, I would wear red on monitorings because I sort of wanted them um, to be a little on guard. I wanted them to be a little uneasy, so I would wear red. So I'm very particular about when I wear red. So I got this to match one of the other fabrics that's in the box, and I'll show that to you when I pull it out. But this is really nice. It's got a nice weight to it. It definitely feels not as silky as the blue, but I think it'll be fine. And for a bodysuit, that's kind of what you want. You want a nice light layer to sort of go under pants or whatever, and that's what it'll be used for. So, okay, so I'm trying to be more patient with my own garments that I make for myself. Uh, I pay a lot more attention to my clients' garments than I do my own. So I make a lot less mistakes. Uh, Hardly any mistakes with my clients' garments, and with mine, I tend to rush through, and so I'm trying to work on that. And one of the things that I'm doing is actually fitting a sheath dress that has 12 darts in it. So that's really a practice in patience, because for those of you who sew or know anything about sewing, 12 darts is a lot. It's an obscene amount of darts, actually. And one, two, three, four, five, six of them, half of them are fisheye darts. So they are even more, no, I'm sorry, 10 of them are fisheye darts. No, I was right. Eight. I'm sorry. You don't care. Eight are fisheye darts. So it's basically a dart that is um, a long triangle and a long triangle. And um, you really have to be patient. And I'm not a patient person. All of that to say, I bought 3 shades of this stretch cotton sateen. This was a lot brighter on the website, but I really like this color. I think it'll be fine. But I bought 3 shades of this fabric to turn into sheath dresses. They have a sort of a long sleeve or a 3/4 sleeve, and this has a little bit of stretch across the bias, which is nice. A little bit across, yeah, just the cross grain and the bias. Beautiful, which is really where you want it, because this grain is going to go against the bust and other curves. Um, Again, this looked more green in the photo, but this is actually really pretty, and it'll do. So, Sunket color I got in this fabric is magenta. This looked lighter online, but I actually like this one better. It's a deeper magenta, and honestly, with my skin tone, I think it looks better, deeper. It's the same, it looks like it's the same manufacturer. It's got the same bias uh, and crosswise stretch, and that is just really, really beautiful. So um, I tend to go for jewel tones just because I think they're gorgeous. They make me feel confident when I wear them, and I think that one's going to look really nice. So that's that. Okay. So now we come back to the red. Um, so this is a purple wool. Ooh, okay, nice. Awesome. Okay, so this is a purple wool jacketing. Sometimes when things are labeled as jacketing, this is where this website is a little inconsistent. Um, it's labeled as jacketing and it says it's a medium weight. You're not really sure what that means, how medium it is. This is this was labeled as a jacketing, but honestly, it has a really nice drape to be jacketing. It's not too stiff. It is a deep purple with, I'm not sure if you can sort of see the inflection there. Inflection. We'll go with it, the color inflection. So it's got a light gray pinstripe, and then you've got sort of a lighter purple mixed in with the deeper purple. And my idea was to actually have this in pants, like a sort of like a vintage 50s high-waisted wide leg trouser fitted through the waist and hip, but with a wide leg, and then have a red bodysuit with it. I may have to think about this because this red is a little more orange than blue, and I was honestly expecting the red to be deeper and to be more of a blue red, and it's a warmer red than the purple. So I'm gonna have to think about that, but this is fabulous. Maybe this becomes a dress instead. This could actually be a dress because the weight is beautiful. And you've got your, I don't know this brand, but this is what I love about this store because sometimes they get a lot of, designer seconds or, end pieces or whatever. That's really pretty. It's almost a navy until you get it in the light and then you see a cast of purple. So well done, me. Ooh, okay, this is the this is the other color of cotton sateen that I got. Um, a few years ago, I started studying like the seasonal colors. I just want to say that I think all of those rules around what you should wear and not wear is crap, but this one I kind of agree with. I studied like Kibbe body types, and then I studied, your seasonal color. And um, in general, I don't believe that there are any fashion rules. I think you should wear what you love. I think you should wear what makes you feel amazing in your body. And if it happens to be a shade that isn't, quote, prescribed for your skin tone, who cares? I certainly don't, and I encourage you not to. But when I was doing some research about that, I sort of decided that I was an autumn or a deep autumn. And one of the colors that I really love looking at and that seems to look good on me is like a gold ochre almost shade. And I had a beautiful like wool tweed shift a few years ago, well, in 2017, that I still have, and I just really love this color. So I got this in this, again, this is the stretch cotton sateen, bias stretch and crosswise stretch, and this is really a pretty color for fall. It actually makes me look less tan than I am, but that's okay. And as it is sitting next to the purple, it's actually bringing out the purple. So maybe I think I have a shade of knit this color. Maybe I need to make a bodysuit in this color and wear it with the purple because side by side, you can really tell that this is purple. Purple and yellow are opposites on the color wheel, and so they are highly complementary. So it makes sense that put together they are making each other better. So we always like that. But yeah, this is beautiful. The other nice thing about this cotton is I can just toss it in the washer and in the dryer. The pattern calls for a lining, but I'm probably gonna do a facing because it's pretty opaque for the most part. So anyway, last one. I can toss the box or recycle it. Okay. So again, I don't wear black that often, but when I do wear black, I want it to be wool. So I got, ooh, I love this. Okay, so this is, remember I said it's difficult to determine what the weight is of fabric online. This is a wool, and I believe it has a little bit of acrylic in it because it is pretty tight woven. Okay, so this is a mainly wool twill. And by twill, I mean that it has these sort of visible lines running through it. That's what twill means. I'm actually going to be writing sort of an info series on wool because I have so much and I love it. And when you talk about fine tailoring, you can really mold wool fabric the way that you want to, because it handles heat really well and you can sort of lose hand stitches in it without them showing. So anyway, I got 5 yards of this. Yeah, 5 yards. And it's pretty wide. I think it's about 62 inches wide. So I can probably get a dress and a pair of pants out of this. Maybe a dress, pants, and a skirt if I do really well with pattern origami, or pattern Tetris is probably more accurate. But this is just really, really gorgeous. It's a nice medium weight. It is fully opaque. And man, that's pretty. It has a very low luster to it. By luster, I mean the sheen on top of the fabric, so it's mostly matte is another way of saying that. And it is just beautiful. It has a really nice drape to it. So when I'm holding it in a cone, it falls really beautifully. Yeah. And my thought was sort of a dress in wool twill and a blazer in wool tweed. And I think having a tweed paired with a twill, and that's got a coating on it, is just going to look really classic. And for fall and winter, I tend to be pretty prescriptive with what I wear in fall and winter. It's usually a shift dress and tights, or it's a turtleneck sweater and a skirt. And I usually like to wear tights and heels. But yeah, I think this is going to be on fleek, as the kids say. So this is my fall fabric haul. Hey, that rhymes. And I really don't know what I like the most, because all of it is so pretty. And I am sort of a sucker for beautiful things like this, especially colors. So if I see a beautiful color, whether it's fabric or eyes or paint on the wall, or my friend Margot just got a new couch. This is beautiful blue. I just I just love it. I sort of fall in love with those things. So I don't have a favorite. All of them are my favorite, but I do have a better idea of what I'm going to make this fall with all of this. So, which is your favorite? Yeah. And the only problem with all of this is that when you get all this fabric at once, it's really hard to know where to start. But luckily, I have to wash and dry some of this first. So I'll have some time to let it simmer and let my creative juices flow a little bit. And yeah, and then look for all of these to be turned into something fabulous. So thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my lack of fucks about how I shoot videos. Pardon the F bomb. Yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye.